Hey, Dave, not here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Nice setup here today at the afternoon session. This is the daily chart showing the 50% retracement that we could, on this move right here, that we could reach back down into the 75 region, 72, 71, 70-ish region. So somewhere between, we could retrace back from 75 to 70 on this up move right now. More importantly, what we really want to look at is the 10-minute chart because that's the Fibonacci retracement for today. Let's get that on the charts now. %50 retracement. We're going to bring it back into the pivot point. So notice I've got it at 61.8 on one of the contracts. I really like this setup today. I'm getting married to it though, right? Excuse my clearing my throat right now. Still might get one out and then we'll keep the other one up here just in case it wants to go above 82.99 one more time, and then we can put it back on if we have to. I think we're in a decent trade setup. Obviously when I'm moving up here, I'm not going to take this stop loss. I'm just moving it out of the way for now. I can always hit this button here and flatten the current position at any point in my trading. So keep that in mind as well. When you're trading, you know, you need to have, you got your mental stops, right? You got your hard stops, and then you have, all right, I'm wrong, stop, hit the flatten button. So this will take one off at 3. If we run up here one more time, then I'll still want to get in with the second contract. I really like this move today, but I don't want to get attached to it too emotionally. I think we can make a move back down the 50%. Maybe we can make a move. We have a line right there from Friday that I used that we could reach back down to. Let's blow this up a little bit so you can see it. Yeah, this might make it a little bit easier to see, blown up for you to see the 10-minute chart and where we can go to, right? So we got this move into here, and you see that I got the second one down here into the range. I would take a lot less at settlement, but just in case it wants to move in the close today, I want to catch this move. This could be a nice winning trade session. Let's go ahead and put a horizontal line roughly right there. It's where it found resistance. Okay, we'll lock in 5 ticks on one now. I made a move up and then it came off of that, so I want to move the other one into break even now too. I really don't want to see it get back to 82.99 for the rest of the day. So we'll take a little bit of a trade if it wants to come back. Because if it does come back, it might perhaps will go up hard and fast. Screen draw tool, let me get that up. So we could bounce off this R1 and go back this way and bust through all this right here. We've hit it a bunch of times, right? So it could be kind of a Gann signal on the upside, going up hard and fast, reaching up to here. So that's what we're protecting against now. So we've reached the R1 level. All right, so 82.99. Our 1.5 P is 82.62. So this is the level that I'd like to see at minimum right now off the 82.99 move. Is that 80? Wait, is that 62 right there? Yeah, 82.62. This is marked at a 3P move right now at 82.24 is what it should be. Let's double check that. All right, so we're one off. So that's what we want to be. If it does want to move, I want to take off. I take a lot less, but I'd like to get one contract off at that level if possible. And we got 81.45. What am I? So I want to move that to 81.50. That's a 6P down move for now. I'm looking to see if there's any levels that I want to be at right now. So we had a 61.8 retracement that I like to see right now. 50%, 38.2. So we take a lot less on the second contract, obviously. I'd like to see it reach the pivot at minimum. Let's go ahead and lock in 10 on our rabbit and lock in 82.91 for a break even right now. Tortoise and hare strategy. If you need it, go to 123daytrade.com. Search on the box tortoise and hare, my search box, and you can find the strategy that I use consistently with 2 contracts on, or a culmination of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Got an eye doctor appointment today. And I got work for the rest of the week. Woohoo! 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. What a shift to be on. Graveyard. The graveyard shift, they call it at the casino. Tell you what, we stay dead a lot of days between usually come in at 4 a.m. and there's players playing from the overnight. We usually bust those guys out or they leave by 5 or 6 at latest. Then we stand, a lot of times we stand dead on a game till about 9, 9:30. Then from 9:30 to 12, usually find some action on a daily basis. Let's go ahead and lock in 82.83 now. And we'll lock in basically a 15 tick move here. We will not move our 5 ticks is where I like to be on the second contract at any given time. So I'm looking for the 1.5 P move here. That brings it to 82.62. And 82.74 is a 1P move right now. Let's go ahead and lock in 81. All right, so I'm looking at the trailer to go about 20 ticks is kind of what I'm looking at right now, 2021 to trail behind, but I don't like that. So 10, half of the 1R is 10, 11. So I kind of want to trail like roughly 11 behind right now. $74 plus 3 is 77. That's what we're locking in on right now. The 1P plus 3 from 82.99. Be more than happy to take a 3P move on the market on the first contract off. 2P move down, by the way, is 82.49, so that's basically what I'm looking for next. Puts it right here. All right, that's good enough to get on the 1P move, 82.73 right now we lock in. About 12 ticks off right now. Locking in the R1 line right now, basically. We have made a 1.5P move. The market could come back up against us here. What you'll normally find is a retracement of at least that level when the market does want to retrace. So there's your 2 and 3 is what I'm looking for. Pivot point. So right now we got 650 on the board here. 61. All right, let's get one more tick in there. We'll go 71. We know it's going to retrace back and knock us out at some point. That's the hair side of the trade. I expect it. So we're trying to take advantage of momentum on the hair side. Now, if this particular contract stays on after we get knocked out over one of them, then I'll have to move this one because sometimes I move the wrong one to start with. Okay, good. We didn't. So we're able to grab. I had 4 ticks lost because I forgot to push the AOCO and the stop loss at 3 to start with. I had a naked trade on without a stop or a loss on it and no target, so I had to knock out of that one at -4. That's the first contract that I had on. Then I added the 2 contracts on, as you see now. So that was worth 24 less the 4 tick mistake. We're up 20 ticks right now. It looks like we'll net out about 25 if the market decides to move against us here into close. So the low of the trading session right now is 81.08. And we got a target of 81.50, I believe is what I've said right now, right? 81.50. That's a 6P down move. 81.08, and we went as high as 82.99, which is a 7P move roughly today. Looking for a 3P retracement maybe or more. But if it does want to come down, I want to catch that 81.50. I would be happy to take it off at the pivot point, though. Don't get me wrong. Pivot point's at 81.97. If we could get down there, I'd be more than happy to take 81.97, getting down to the pivot point at the 50% mark. So this is what I'd like to see, a retracement at least to 61.8, 33.2, however, 38.2, however you look at that, and the 50% retracement. This is kind of the move I'd like to see. It reached back down into here. This might be all she wrote, though. It might be coming into this area here, and up we go too. What's the overall goal right now? As we get closer to the close of the 130 mark, CST mark, I'm looking at perhaps moving a little closer to the stop, to the market itself. I still got an, what was I got here? I still have 45 minutes left on the trading session at this point in time. It's only 12:45 Central Time right now, so there's still time. So I don't mind holding. What I got 6 ticks there. Yeah, 89. That's all right. We'll hold 6. I don't like being on the 0s or the 5s, so the 9's fine. If it goes 9, it'll go 0 too. See if the R1 line can hold today and the close. It's a pretty big up move during the session today. If you look at the move, basically started at 8:30 this morning, and we see our highs coming in at 12. So if that's about what, 3.5 hour up move. Pretty nice up move too, by the way. Look at that. Let's look at this. 10-minute chart shows it better. Look at that up move right there. Definitely have reached its 100%, I bet you, easily today. Yeah, well over the 100% move. On the extension move. You'd have to actually take advantage of maybe looking back a little bit longer, say here. We'll use this one here. There, that's a little bit closer to where the market is. All right, so what I'm going to do right here is pause until we make a move, either knock me out, excuse me, or we reach down to the 2P area. I'm going to, you know what I'm doing right now. I'm not moving that stop yet at all until we get closer to the 130 mark. If it knocks me out, I'll be back and let you know what happened. If it goes down to 2P, I'll come back and we'll talk about where to move the stop next. All right, be back in a few. Okay, we're about 5 after. It's 1:05 roughly right now. Hasn't had any movement until the last half hour trading yet. Looking at the 82.99 and what do I want out of it. Honestly, I don't want to see it get above, say, 81 right now. We'll call it 83. So I'm looking at 75 plus 10 is 85. 79, yeah, 79's all right. Now it's really good, 79. So 78 plus 4 or 5 puts it at 80, 79, 77. That's what we'll lock in here. 82.77 right now. We're back at the 1.5p level right now. I'm looking for the move into close to reach down a lot lower. This is the next move I'm looking for right now. 82.49. That's a 2p move. This is a 3p move down to the 24 line. I want to come off the 80, which one do we have? 81.50. I want to move to kind of closing in. Settlement lines may be in play. I put it at 81.75 as be the closest that I can get to settlement right now. We have 38.2% sending to 81.80 on the retracement. And then we got the pivot point at 81.97, 82.03. We have the 82.26 line. This is the numbers I'm looking at right now. Let's bring it over. So I'm looking at the 61.8% retracement. 82.03, that's actually a real doable number right now. I think that's kind of where I would want to protect. I want this on just in case it does run hard and fast. But we'll be moving the stop loss behind this. If we can get down here to the 50% mark, we'll definitely be taking the 8200 level or so, close to that pivot point. That's kind of the plan right now. We'll use this line here, and we'll move that down to try to protect a lot more of the gain if it decides to retrace back into the level, the pivot point, excuse me. All right, so I'll be back if we reach the 2p level here. See where my stop is now. If it runs me out, I'll be back as well. All right, we're getting close to getting stopped out here. I want to protect 82.79 just to be on a little bit on the safer side. Got a P&L about 42 right there. 77 would be about 35, 36. Roughly 33 to hold 79, I guess. Closing in on the last 15 minutes of trading for the open outcry, former open outcry as I like to call it. Looking for that last push, maybe down or up. Which way does it want to go? We've definitely reached into this level here, right? Found some support right in here. We see our current resistance up here. Seems to be the current market right now. We'll see which way it wants to break and to close, or if it wants to do anything really. We're going to move towards the pivot point though on our contract here on this side. I'll move up to 8200 now. Be more than happy to grab 8200 in the last 15 minutes of trading. We'll call it 8201. We can get it to move one more. There we go. All right, so that high right there move. was 75. Let's get one more tick, squeeze that market for one extra tick. It's 78. It runs us out at 78. We want to be out. Looks like right now market could possibly move back to the highs in the close. All right, I didn't know I was still unpaused. You see the move? Thought I was paused there. See the move down and back up. That's the 2P and the 3P move right now. And we have our target round pivot. Let's go ahead and take, what do we not want to see? I don't really want to see it move back to anywhere near R1. So let's call it 74. Yeah, we call it 73. If it goes 73, it goes 74 and beyond right now in the close. All right, there was a nice little down move right there. Let's see if they can catch a little momentum here now. Somebody's bidding down here. Offer was that? Yeah, bidding. So that bid down here, just take advantage. See if we can, someone will bid again with some size and drive that market down a little bit. Lots of room to go down. Lots of room to go down today and still be a good long day on the market. We're in the last 9 minutes of the open outcry. I like to be out of the market no later than 1:30 CST time. The crude oil market. I like to trade just basically. I look at the last. Right now, I'm looking at the last hour and a half of the market. So from 12 to 1:30. My time, obviously, 1 to 2:30 on the East Coast. And there we go. Now we're coming. Now we're cooking with some gas. Move to 71. See if we can break through here now. Just got rid of the 82 line. Huh? Oh, it's still there. It's just a little bit lower, right? There we go. All right. Let's hold 69 now. Now I'm getting a little bit more aggressive with the stop placement. I'm looking at this up here. I'd like to get at least close to 50 ticks on 2 contracts right there. We go now. I'm going to break it down a little bit closer to the market here. I'd like to trail roughly about 10 ticks behind now, 11, 12. Let's call it 12 ticks behind the low. It was 50. Okay, so that brings it about 62. Trailing behind. Right now, that's a 2P move and a 3P move that we're looking into close. Let's go 63. I think that'll still cover us at 50 ticks on 2 contracts. Had 20 on 1. So I need 95, 30 ticks from there is, yeah, we're good. That's 30 tick cover right now. That'll give us a 52 roughly to come out right there. See if we could have one more push down towards that pivot point. That'd be nice. In the last 6 minutes of trading now, roughly. See if we got one more push in it. We're going to go 61. I'm looking at this low right there to hold or not. Remember, I'm looking at the pivot point roughly, right? 82.01. 81.97 is pivot today. Let's come off that by 10 ticks and call it 82.07 for now. In case it does want to run one more time down We got our profit target on. Let's go ahead and lock in 59 on that last push there. Taking as much profit as I can now. Aggressive on the stop placement in the last 5 minutes, right? Be aggressive. Market can turn quickly on you. Going 57 now. 44, 55, 54. All right, I don't want to be that close to the market. We'll call it 56. I'm going to protect this line right there. I'm protecting this line right there. This is a horizontal line I had on from Friday's trading. It was a significant mark. That's why it's there. Expecting a bounce. We did make the 2P mark. Remember, our 3P level is a little lower than that. So it brings it down to 24 if we can make that 3P move. And 3P, we possibly can make our pivot point from there. We've got 4 minutes of the open outcry. Of course, I'll adjust as time goes on. I like 57 better than 56. We'll hold 57. All right, now we want to move. How close do I want to be? 49 now. Let's unlock this a little bit so you can see this, what I'm after. All right, see if we can make that move to that pivot point. That'd be awesome. And went as low as 34. Let's move to 46. Let's call it 47 for now to be on the. I like the 7 better than the 6. See if we can break down one more time. Looks like we might be done. All right, plus 69 ticks today, less the 4 contract first trade. I'm going to be right on that stop right there. Are you kidding me? Don't be doing that to me now. Got 46. Went to 49. It's all right. 229. We're at the 229, 129, 1 minute away from the open outcry close. It's okay. We're good. That's a nice plus 69 ticks is a pretty good trade on 2 contracts in any given day. It's 690. I had 3 trades today. 5.04 times 3, $15.12. 690. So minus 690 minus 1512 is 674.88. Let me pause this so I can bring up my TST account, or whatever it's called, TopStep Trader. Hold on. All right, so here's the TopStep Trader current account. So if we add 809.04 plus 674.88, we're at a current, we should be sitting at $1,483 and 92 cents. Now today was, I think, day 7, day 8 for me. I've traded 8 days since I started this on October 5th. So this is going to add the average winning trade percentage. All this is going to be better with this particular winning day. Been able to take advantage of it. Here's the trades up to now. Average win loss duration. This is what I like to look at more than any of it. Average win is 7 minutes and 30. I've only had one really loss to think about so far, and I held that for $6. 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Average win of 7 minutes 31 seconds. I guess I've had a few losses. I had a 65.04 loss here. Held it for 7 minutes and 28 seconds. And this one's 5.58, 25.04. Average probability per trade. This should increase now with this last win, 33.71. So it'll be interesting to see what the day looks like after the day's over. So this is what the account looks like before the add to this particular session, being that $690 being added, less the $15.12 commission cost, netting $674.88. Total account balance now $1,483.92. All right, that's going to do it for me, man. So Dave and I here from 1 to, well, let's look real quick. What I like about today's trade, if you're just catching the last minute of this, it was a Fibonacci retracement. I was looking for at least the 61.8, reaching back down here to the pivot point. We got close today. We got on at the highs up here, by the way. This is where I was able to grab at 82.99 roughly was the high of this move here. And we were looking for a retracement into close and still have a positive day today. So ideally I was looking for the market to reach back down here to 82.03 around that pivot point. That's kind of the target area that I was looking for overall, looking at our 10-minute chart. Okay, pretty simple trade as it relates to the trade mark itself. Notice that we got out that last contract at 82.46, netted out 69 ticks. I don't really concern myself with how much money I make in any given day. I like to get, if I do have a nice trade, I like to get at least 50 ticks, if not more, on the session. And we're at the 233 mark, 133. We're actually 3 minutes after I like to be in the market. If I was still in this market, if it did not take me out right now, I would be aggressively looking at this horizontal line right there that I have, most likely holding a little bit around, being probably trailing again. See if we could reach down to the pivot point into the 4 o'clock mark. Well, I guess it would be the 3:10 Central Time. You have to be out of your trades completely. By TopStep trader, you got to be out of your trades. Call it the 5 after the mark. So in this case, 3:05, 4:05 my time. Need to be out of your trades. And 4:10 is the mark that you'd lose your account if you did not get out of your trades. They're very, very tough on you as it relates to the funded account. You got to be very careful. There's actually an email that went out recently that tells you that we can't trade the week of Thanksgiving right now. So they were saying if you don't want to do this, that, and the other, you don't have to have this, that, and the other, but you can't trade the week of Thanksgiving. So I think it was like the 19th is what I was seeing, 19th, like the 26th or something. I might be wrong, and it might be the 23rd through the 29th. I remember there was a 9 or something in there somewhere. But there was the week of Thanksgiving there. Oh, by the way, we did reach the 2p mark, right? That's 3p, excuse me. 3p is the 24 mark. Looks like we got 1 tick off of that. When the market's moving, I only have a very limited window of opportunity and time right now. with my work schedule, and I understand the afternoon session is a little bit, you take a little bit less money away from the markets in the afternoon because a lot of times you're just, you know, waddling through the water trying to find the squirrel to get that nut every so often, right? Like, so I like to say, every so often that squirrel gets the nut. That today the squirrel does get the nut. We're able to pull out a nice trade win on 2 contracts. With you'll see, when do I like to trade 1? When do I like to trade 2? I love trading 2 when I believe I perceive top. And I like today's move completely. I thought 82.99. If it held, that was a really good top today. So look back at the video, you can see the content itself. All right, today's video is about 46 minutes long. We're going to cut it off here and call it a day. It's Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. Once again, I'm at TopStep Trader, TopStep it's called now. Today was day 8 of the funded account since October 5th. Once again, I don't trade every trading session. I hardly ever trade Mondays right now. I usually trade 3 or 4 days a week in any given week. So that's kind of where I stick with looking at normally Tuesdays through Fridays to trade. That's the, you know, let Monday be Monday and do its wild and crazy business, because Mondays are a lot of my losses have come off of Mondays. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of Monday trading. Monday sets up the week a lot of times. Then your Tuesday, you can work that what happened on Monday into your Tuesday plan. Wednesday, Thursday, a lot of times you find the market likes to consolidate or move in the direction or a reversal that happens on the Tuesday. You see a continuation on Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday sometimes if the Tuesday turnaround happens. Think about that in another way, all right? Dave Knight here at 123 Day Trade. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next video I put together. Bye for now.